Paul has sadly first and second world map just shows Cuba second world, not even close. No, this is according to Mao. So Mao kind of put it as like the sphere of influence that they could possibly control. Then they had Russia. That's why Cuba was red, because Russia had control of Cuba, and then you had the first world nations, which were the United States and then the Europeans, basically. So he kind of came up with the whole term in order to split up the world in terms of like where their sphere of influence was. And obviously, especially during that time, no way China had any sphere of influence on fucking Africa at all. But it just kind of is what it is there. But yeah, with this whole thing with war and stuff like that, let's just say, like, if I was thinking really negative, and let's just say shit, like we were just crashing and shit, what would happen is either someone else would start the war, or the United States would just instigate the war, just being for real about it, and then everyone would, that would force everything back together and stuff, and then hopefully we'd win, basically. And then it was kind of the same thing why the Ottomans, I think, were in the First World War and stuff like that. If they ended up being on the winning side, they would have their empire would have continued, but obviously they lost. And we're pretty much almost a drag on the Germans and shit. If you guys ever want to look into some history stuff, look up World War I Germans. Like, bro, that they were an incredible military and army. Incredible. Like what they were able to they're basically one country fighting everyone else by themselves, legitimately. Like the Ottoman Empire was basically, they were carrying a dead fucking corpse. It's kind of insane. But this is why I'm really bullish on crypto, because basically this is kind of like the exit plan for a lot of people, where they're kind of like exiting the old Ponzis. And I got a lot of shit for this actually on my YouTube shorts and stuff, where some people are saying, "Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about." Like this Ponzi shit that I'm talking about is pretty high level shit. Like people don't understand it. Like I don't truly mean it's all like really a Ponzi, but it's a great way to get it around your head that it's kind of these ridiculous economic systems that aren't sustainable. But most things are not sustainable. Your life is not sustainable. You will die one day. Now, Ponzi is just a funny way to put it, but these are beautiful. These when they're working, they're awesome and they're wonderful, but they don't last forever, right? But it just kind of is what it is now. Yeah, but with the whole Mao thing and stuff, then eventually it just got turned to countries that were like really bad versus like they're coming out the badness, and then the first world nations, basically. So that's kind of how it went.